So I want to talk a little ADA price with you guys. There are some very interesting bullish things happening in the chart that I think warrant a little bit of a discussion here. Obviously, we focus more on the developments and things like that are going on, but this is important to know. So what we've seen is obviously ADA pulled back with, the news from the SEC, the institutional sell-off. It brought us down to these levels where we're at now. And since then, ADA has formed this new ascending channel that it seems to be resting in right now. And what it's essentially doing is it's range finding, right? It's testing the top of this, testing the bottom of it, testing the top. And right now we are sitting dead center in this range. I don't like that we're sitting right there. Obviously we'd feel a lot more comfortable about saying which direction ADA is going to move if it was at the top or the bottom here. Frankly, right now, we don't know. But there are some very, again, bullish things that are playing out here on the charts. Firstly, ADA has surged past this 20-day moving average. You can see this red line here. This is a very strong move for ADA. In fact, the last time it did this, it went on a huge run to the upside. You guys can see that early here at the end of this last year. It flipped and moved very, very strongly to the upside, right? Typically in the past, when it's gotten up to this 20-day moving average, it's been rejected and pushed to the downside, creating new lows. And right now, it's just not doing that. It's feeling very strong. Now, at the same time, we're also seeing some movement in the MACD. We've obviously crossed into the bullish side of that. The MACD is above the signal line. We're still not in the overbought territory, which is a great sign. That means we likely have some legs still in this run. We've also seen, too, that the RSI is looking very bullish as well. Again, not in the overbought section. It's creating higher highs, higher lows. There's a lot of things on this chart that are pointing towards more upside. In fact, the next level that we'd probably get to is this 618 level here on the chart, sitting at about 32 cents. And the great thing is that this actually coincides with essentially the jobs report. So everything points to the jobs report, right? Now, what we have to make sure is that ADA does not get pushed back to the downside. Essentially, it could get rejected here and push back down, try to test the bottom of this range again. That wouldn't be such a bad thing because, again, in the middle of this month, we have the CPI report, another thing that could essentially be bullish for the overall market. Really what ADA has to do at this time is break past this 50-day moving average to try to gain some more ground here, try to regain this 37-cent level that it was trading at, before we saw this move to the downside in the start of June. So that's what I'm seeing in the charts right now. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see some downside. I've said that many times here. Right now there's a lot of unpredictable things when we look at the crypto market. Okay, we don't obviously know if BTC is going to be able to sustain this run. We don't know how these reports are going to look, but this is strongly what we're relying on at this time. There's great developments and stuff happening for ADA, but what you have to remember is that there are other things that weigh more on it right now than those actual developments. We're eventually going to get into a time where those are going to have a lot bigger impact than what they do now. I'm talking after the Bitcoin halving, 2025, while we're well into a bull market cycle. That's when they will have a lot more and carry a lot more weight than they do currently. So this is what to watch out for. If we do turn around, start to move to the downside, I wouldn't be surprised again if we test the bottom of that range, but we'll obviously just have to wait and see how this all plays out. Right now, we just simply don't know, guys. There's a lot of unknowns, but I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Definitely show your support below, and I hope to catch you guys in the next one. Let me know where you think we're headed next.